Welcome back to IDFC First Bank presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 13, powered by Tata Tele Business Services. You're watching highlights from our recently concluded Bengaluru Springboard. In this segment, we bring you a special keynote presentation by Pravir Dahiya, Chief Technology Officer, Tata Tele Services, on Bengaluru's influence in India's global tech journey. Listen in.
All right, good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. Bengaluru is not new to technology, right? It's only second to San Francisco as far as AI is concerned. Over 40% of the IT exports in the country happen from the city. It's not just deep tech and AI innovation, it has a vibrant ecosystem across fintech, deep tech, software as a service, climate tech, electric mobility, and whatnot. And it's not just a story about IT and IT-enabled services. Whether it's manufacturing, defense and aerospace, biotech, or clean energy, Bengaluru is way ahead of the curve. It also has a very, very strong startup ecosystem, with over 20,000 companies having been born here. And 35 of them have turned out to be unicorns. And we at Tata Tele Business Services have been extremely proud to have been associated with a few of them, having served more than 50,000 customers across the country for over 2 decades. We serve close to 4,500 companies in the city of Bengaluru alone. This is powered by our strong fiber optic network nationally and a team of strong employees and channel partners who help us to support you. Now, we are a large country with more than 70 million MSMEs. MSMEs create over 20 crore jobs and contribute more than 30% to the nation's GDP. On exports, we do about 45%, but we have our challenges. A few of them were highlighted by Mr. Malhotra in his slides. One directly related to be the ability to attract credit or finance. Apart from that, attracting and retaining talent is also a big challenge. Ability to brand ourselves as big as other bigger enterprises also haunts us at times. Last but not the least, and something which we would like to be associated with and help you with, is ability to use technologies to transform yourself. But MSMEs are not just one single segment across the board. We see MSMEs as 3 distinct personas. On the small and micro sides, customers are looking at efficiencies and cost management and would like to have an all-in-one bundled kind of a solution. When we look at semi-medium companies, people want to use technology as a competitive edge, and they are looking at specialized solutions. On the medium segment, people are now gearing for the future. They want trusted partners for their solutions. We have built a tech stack for all SMEs across connectivity, converged communications, as well as cloud solutions. Now there are 3 key trends which are driving technology: digitization, cloud, and AI. If we look at digitization, the simplest and the biggest example for the country today is UPI. Just a couple of weeks back, India moved beyond 1 lakh crore worth of transactions on UPI in a day, and we did it a couple of times. That's a massive number. Just imagine what it would take to do the same level of transactions if we were still in the paper currency age. I'm sure the banking industry would have really struggled to manage that. With that, let me move on to the first use case of the day, which will help us and has helped our customers build a digital foundation for the companies. Motherhood Hospitals is a chain of hospitals with over 24 hospitals in 12 cities, and they pride themselves as focused only on women and child care and have put in a lot of effort in terms of their systems and processes and the tools and the medical equipment to be the leader in this field. Their promise is to provide the best women and child care in a comfortable and a homely environment. One of the key challenges they were facing as they grew from one operation in Bengaluru to 24 operations across the country was to make sure how they could give a consistent, digital, and great user experience to all their patients. How could the patients take appointments faster, better, look at their medical records, and also make sure that their bills were all paid in time. We work closely with Arvind and his team. Thank you, Arvind and his team who are here today, to move most of their applications, including their mobile app, onto the cloud, which was based on Microsoft Azure. We also introduced an SD-WAN iFlex network to connect all their hospitals, to provide them with intelligent traffic routing, added it with a security layer on top of all their end devices as well as emails, and provided a managed services wrapper all around it. Today, there is definitely an improvement in patient experience in terms of the mobile app performance. The staff and the doctors are happy working on a more stable and secure solution. And most importantly, with this digital foundation, the hospital chain is now poised for even more growth. The second lever, or the second element which is very popular today, is cloud. And simply put, cloud is all about the ability to get the resources on compute, storage, servers, networking, operating systems, databases, all on demand and with complete elasticity. Our second use case or case study is about Vision Technology, which is a technology provider which works with global companies and helps them to stitch strategy, design, and engineering and build their businesses around digital transformation and disrupt other established organizations. Vision Technologies has been serving countries right from the United States to Southeast Asia and Australia, and a lot of their clients are extremely demanding from a cybersecurity perspective, as well as the compliance requirements for all these countries are extremely stringent. Without visibility into the kind of threats they could face, and with the advent of interconnectivity and cyber crime, which is prevalent today, they were finding it extremely difficult to identify threats in advance and proactively try and prevent those from creating any issues on the network. So we helped them set up a 24/7 managed security service based on a security incident and event management platform from Fortinet, and an endpoint detection and remediation system. Ran it as almost like a build, operate, transfer model. We're happy to inform you that we've now been able to train their own resources and transfer the complete solution to them. And the impact is that they have security expectations which totally match with their global clients' expectations, as well as they have a very stable and predictable security environment and growth. The third element which is driving technology is not a surprise for anybody. It's the two-letter word called AI, or what's being called as generative AI today. And this, at Tata Tele Business Services, we believe could be the one disruptor which could not just move MSMEs forward, but help them to leapfrog and totally change the divide between established organizations and where they stand today. We've moved way ahead of the hype curve in Gen AI, and I would use my third use case to explain what the technology can do for you. This is again about a leading healthcare technology provider which serves hospitals in the United States. It's an Indian company, but serves hospitals in the United States. Now, as we all are aware of from our individual needs, medical records, both from a hospital, doctor, and patient perspective, aren't very structured and organized. Doctors write scripts on papers, patients carry files of those documents, and these records are extremely manual, onerous, and very difficult to choose from. We worked closely with the technology company and used Azure AI technology to move this complete analogous paper-based data onto a structured database. And using this AI, we were able to provide them with a solution wherein, as far as the patients were concerned, they were able to very easily pick up the records which concerned their previous illnesses, or the records of the doctors, or the scripts which were written 5 years ago by one of their doctors in another hospital. For the doctors, they were able to easily look at a new patient, brand new. He has never seen them. But he comes to them in their hospital, he just clicks a button and he's able to pull out all the records, however old, however manual, whether the patient himself had a record of that or not, and give them advice which was useful and relevant. So it's not only enabled faster research and operational efficiency for both the company as well as the hospitals, it has reduced the complete effort of going through the manual records which were kept by both the patient and the hospitals. Now, transformation can be quite challenging, but the results can be equally amazing. Our recommendation at TTBS, how to eat an elephant. Go slowly, one bite at a time, take gradual steps, and we can be there. And if you look at the complete MSME segment itself, we believe there is vast, untapped potential out there. If you look at our contribution to GDP is only 30%. If you look at the United States, contribution of MSMEs to their economy is close to 45%. Technology can help us bridge this divide and unlock that potential. Thank you very much.
And with that, it's a wrap on this edition of IDFC First Bank Presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 13, powered by Tata Tele Business Services. We hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.